Good afternoon, welcome to the channel. Sorry I haven't been much updates recently, but personal life and working up here has been busy, so I thought today good time for an update. So one of my purchases is the Tilling track cleaner. Pad underneath, and as you can see it's been round the track a few times. Seems to be working well for me as an amateur person, but it's great for areas at the back where it's difficult to get to or I have to climb onto the boards. I will be using other methods, so it's not going to be one and all, but I think it's a great purchase, so very happy. Also now I've got an addition to the layout. I've changed part of this end and added another loop with radius 1, radius 2 curves in there, just so I could change the station over that side. And next we've been adding the point motors. They are all now in place bar one, which I'm just waiting for a replacement for that one that I cut the wrong pin off, user error. So they're all in, they're all working, they're all controlled by HMDCC, and I do use a separate iPad for point control, and some of the lights are controlled by the 6010s. So for example, you can just see that light there is now green and he's now red and he's off. Just, yeah, love it. So they've been finished this morning. We also have other lights on the layout, and they are controlled by the point motors underneath the points, so they're all wired in. All the droppers are in place, and there's about 50 something now for the whole of the layout, so they're all wired into bus. So I've done separate buses for anybody that's interested, and I'm no expert, as people know. I've got a separate bus for my power off of my Elite. I have a separate bus and power supply for the lights. It's a 0 to 10 volts DC variable, very small power supply. My brother-in-law is, they build cabinets, so control panels and cabinets, so he supplied me that. That's feeding my lights, and I'm going to have two others doing the platform lights and building lights in the future. So all the wiring is underneath the boards, fairly neat, and I can easily trace and work out what is going where. So I had to remove most of the track to do the droppers and do some soldering, which I haven't done for a long time, but all went okay. I only had one that come loose. The track is also temporarily screwed in place, so it's not a permanent fix. I'm not putting cork under, I'm not putting foam under. In all the testing I did, it all became the same sound when it was ballasted. So I know people like the cork for the height or foam for height. I'm not that fussed, to be honest with you. It is what it is. So I'm going to now do some testing with some locos going around. I've still got some pins to chop from the point motors, so that's the next project for today. So yes, all very happy. I've got the turntable area, sorry for the dodgy camera work as usual, but I'm going to put some paper down on here and then work out my flexi track for my loco sheds. So that'll be probably next couple of days. Platforms are, I've moved that section as well because I took the point out of here to get this in a loop in and put the point 19 in. Sorry, point to it. So that's changed, so that brought the platforms closer, which I wanted. It was too far apart. So that's all now good. I've got stations for there. We've got still the same entrance into the turntables. This is all pretty much still the same. A couple of slight minor changes to some of the sidings. The platform area will be going in here So yeah, so this is how we're looking at the moment. This is, again, but I mentioned it before, this is the tunnel, work in progress. Need to get started on that. And that really doesn't sound much, but that's taken quite a few weeks work to make sure the track was in place, it was parallel, the gaps were closed, the curves were right. I did have a couple of errors. Some of the fish plates needed replacing. Good job I had a stock of fish plates. Oh yeah, used a few of those. So no, very happy with the progress and how it's looking. So time for a bit of a play, probably get the class 50 out now that the drive shaft is back in that one. Fell out the other week and took it apart, managed to get that one fixed myself. Haven't really run it much, so it may fall out again. Don't know. I don't know if there's a fix to stop the drive shafts falling out. I don't know. I need to investigate on the forum and Facebook maybe. But do love the 50s. 50s do tow the track cleaner very well. There is a Roco track cleaner available as well. Bit more expensive, not read good reviews. I bought one, not impressed, to be honest. But there you go, another story. So yeah, hope everybody's doing well with their layouts and getting on. It's been quite hot up in the loft. That is one of, again, a downside of the loft, but it is my only space. So there you go. Well, thank you very much for watching all the vids. Just to say, I thought I'd do an update to where I am. If anybody has any questions on wiring, point motors, HMDCC, anything like that, please post in the comments. Again, no real serious expert, I'm just picking up stuff as I go along, enjoying it. But yeah, thank you very much. Have a good afternoon. Cheers. Bye bye.